Okay, so this is going to be a walk around of a 2005 Toyota Sienna with an IMS ramp van conversion. So it's just going to basically be showing how everything works on it. So you'll see your factory remote here is going to control locking, unlocking the doors. The power door no longer works because it's overtaken with this remote right here. So you do always want to make sure that the doors are unlocked. You'll hear the beep that it's unlocked. And then to operate the door, you're simply going to push this button here. Just push it, let go. You'll see the door is going to open. The van's going to kind of squat down, and you'll see that the ramp is going to come out. And you'll hear that still running as it continues to lower the van down. Just makes it this angle here is much less steep, easier to get in and out of the van. And you will see here on the inside, you have this button here. This does nothing but raise the kneeling, that squatting down that we saw. So if for some reason something happens, for the kneel doesn't go up, you can always come here. You can push this button here. You'll hold it. You'll see the van's going to come back up. It's not quick, but you'll see it's coming back up. You'll hold it until you hear the motor quit. We're just going to continue to hold it here for a minute. Does take just a little while. Basically, it's kind of a chain that pulls down. Once it starts making that noise, you're good. So you'll now see the ramp is a little steeper, and you'll see that ramp actually have to touch on it to get it to touch the ground. But that's to put the kneel up if for some reason it ever doesn't work, just so you know that ahead of time. The other thing you will see here, they redesigned this, and this has the updated version. So this part here no longer works. It was a 1-year design. Then they realized the next year there's a better way to do it. This one has been updated, so this part here no longer works. So now you've manually put up the kneel because it wasn't working. I want to show you how to manually do the ramp. So if for some reason you're ever anywhere and the ramp doesn't come out, the ramp doesn't go in, battery's dead, you're in a crash, whatever, to manually do it, all you'll do is just lift up by the handle. You want to get it level, and you'll just push it in slowly. You don't want to push quickly, just about that speed right there, because you're basically spinning the gears inside. But you'll push it all the way till it's solid. That's how you do to pull it out. You just do the same thing. If it ever, again, doesn't ever automatically come out, you just grab it. You try to keep it completely straight. And then when you get it all the way out, it drops down. That's how you manually operate. Very simple, easy to do. You're gonna see you have a button here that will just close the door. And then if you want to, from the inside, if you want to close all this, you can push this button right here. Push it, hold it for 1 second. You'll see, bring the ramp in. The van, we already unkneeled the van, so it didn't unkneel, and we'll shut the door. Now, if you open this door like this, it doesn't do anything. You can manually open the door, and the ramp doesn't come out. So if you just want to get in and out, you just manually open and close the door. That's all there is to that. You'll see up here on the dash, this button here, this is going to do the same thing. Push this button, it's going to open the door, put the ramp down, and then also, or put the van down and also put the ramp out. So you have these two buttons that will do all that. You have this button right here that will do that, right there. And then you have this button here. So all of these buttons, oops, need an extra hand. So all of these buttons are going to put and operate the ramp. You'll see this button here no longer works. They disabled it when they did the install. Now, one thing you want to watch for on these vans, your child safety lock is here, and it's just an up and down button. You'd be surprised how many people they're trying to help themselves come in, they put their hand on here, something grabs on it, oh, push the button. So and all of a sudden the door quits working. So if all of a sudden your door quits working, always check this button right here, make sure it's up. I get that panicked phone call a lot of times. The other thing you're gonna see here, this button here, this is for your kneel on and off. This is the van going up and down. So all of a sudden the van doesn't go down anymore, and all. You might want to check and make sure this just didn't get turned off. That happens a lot. People just don't know what it is and they're playing with it and it doesn't do anything, but in fact it does. So that will turn the kneel off. The other thing you want to see is here. This is your on-off switch for your power door. So see where you can see a little tiny bit of orange here. You always want to see that. So again, that gets pushed. Now your power door's not going to work. Everything's going to not work when you try to operate it and all. So again, you want to make sure that you have this turned on. And this turns off your back door here also. I'm going to put these down because I keep pushing the buttons. So I'm going to put these up there. So you'll see we turned it back on and everything is not working. So that is basically everything to do with how the ramp system works. Again, van can be running, push and hold this button, everything comes in. You'll see there, and this is a good example. You'll see with the van running, everything works much faster. You don't have to have the van running, but things work better when they do. I'll give you a little example here. I'm going to use this button I was showing you here. You push that button, you can see how much faster the door opens. You'll see the ramp will come out faster. Everything will just work a little faster. Van goes down faster, ramp comes out faster. Now, this van, and we're going to come back to how to do a wheelchair in just a little bit. You can take this seat out. So if your client wants to ride in the front and not in the back, what you'll do is, first off, always put the seat as far forward as it will go. It just balances better when you do that. This will come right out. To remove these, you just pull up on this handle right here. To take the seat out, you're going to see where it says top here. There's a little handle here, little collar that you spin. This will come out. You always want to put it somewhere so you're not going to run over it. You pull up on that and slide it, and that will come out. So to take this seat out, there's no graceful way to do it. I'm going to set the camera over here. But basically you're going to just pull up on this handle, lift up on the seat, and pull back on the seat. And then you'll see the whole thing will just come out. Sorry for the crazy video. But you'll see it. The seat will literally just roll out. Okay, so there's your seat. So that was a crazy video, but basically that takes the whole seat out. It's on wheels, roll it around, and then that gives you this area here. You can actually put the wheelchair. You'll see up here, and then here is where you would put the wheelchair straps. So we would move those from back here. The one that we moved from here, we move up here, and then here and here. So the person can sit right here and feel like, you know, they're part of the family and they're not always back. And you put this in the garage. So the other thing I want to show you is you do have 2 glove compartments. You'll see you have owner's manual for the actual van. Again, this went with that, but that has been disabled. Like I said, they just put the upgraded parts in here. All your owner's manuals for the actual Toyota part of the van are right here. And then you do have another glove compartment right there. So, garage door over here, you want to program it to your house. Again, this is going to be the rear window. And then this is going to be, this door on this side is this is a manual door. It is not power. So you would just open it like that. That's all there is to that. So We're going to show you how to strap in a wheelchair now. I'm going to get this stuff set. Move this one out of the way. I want to put these, I'm going to go ahead and get these set for where they would be. To release these, you push this little red button. And then they will release. And they do ratchet back in on their own. So we have this one on this side. I'm going to put this one back here. To install these, you'll see you just line up those holes. This will stick up when you do. All the stuff designed to be done with two hands. This just slides. Again, if I had an extra hand, until this pops down in there. That's all there is to that. So we're now gonna put a wheelchair in. So I am going to let you hold this for me. Well, yeah. So we're gonna start with, turn this around so you can see us. Yes. So we're gonna take the brakes off. So, all right, now, so if you'll show the ramp. So what you wanna do, I'm gonna let you see her feet so you can kind of see. What you'll do is you'll start off this on all the way to the right of the ramp as you can. And then as you go up, once you get into the van, you kind of aim toward the back. And then once you get in, you're able to just spin. And then you can adjust, like I said, we can either park her up here or we can park her right here in the middle. So I'm gonna park her in the middle for right now. I can buy that from you. When you're hooking up the wheelchair, you don't want to ever hook to the wheels. I know it sounds like a good idea, but it's not. You'll hook it up, then when you take off, she'll spin on the axle and dump over backwards. So always hook to the frame. And what you'll find with these straps, I'm gonna roll you forward just a second. So to adjust these straps, you push in on this little button here, and this will open up. Again, all the stuff is designed to be used with two hands. I'm gonna give this back to you. You're gonna open this up here. Once this is open, you can pull this strap to adjust it. We're gonna make this one a little longer. We'll just pull on this to get it a little bit longer. And we're gonna hook it here. Once it's hooked, you can pull this little part here to get it tight, and then you just click this down. And what you'll find is, if you get these to where they can still be loose, because we're going to tighten them with the front one. So we're going to do the other side now. Kind of the same thing. We're going to open this up. We're going to take this, run it through here, hook it again on the frame itself. We're going to pull it tight, and we're going to pull it tight with this. So there, this is, we want to straighten that out a little bit. So then your wheelchair caught me. So we're going to come around here. With these, as long as they're all the way in, you just grab them, pull past where you want to hook them to, because as they ratchet in, then they won't go back out unless you push this. So all the way in, all the way out past where you want them, then you can hook it here, and then you just have this little ratchet right here to tighten it up with. So we're going to go around. I'm going to sneak through here. And again, you'll do the same thing here. Once these are all the way in, pull them out, hook it here, and then we just tighten it all up with this. So now we've got all these nice and tight. Whoops, my guys didn't hook this up. Yeah, all right. Oops, oh, that's not in. I actually need the shorter one, I think. I do need a shorter. I need one that only has 3, not 4. Okay, so I actually have to change this one out. So I need one that only has 3 of these instead of 4, because of the way this one is set up. So I'll have to change it out. So she is all good here. You'll see she's all in. Now for her seatbelt, you'll see you have the seatbelt here. You want to make sure the seatbelt is down firm on the hip, just like you would a regular seatbelt. You don't want it all the way over here. You don't want it up here. You want it right here. So you adjust this here. Again, you've got just a cord that you pull to adjust with. If you can see that there. You're going to adjust this to be shorter so that this is now right where we want it here. You take the factory ones. You're going to grab that. You're going to put your seatbelt on. Nope, you gotta keep going. There you go. Yeah, I'll hold the phone. It's all easier when you're not trying to do it on video. There we go. So, depending upon the wheelchair you have, you'll see with her wheelchair that she's currently wearing, this all still works really nice. So we now have her, we have the seatbelt holding her. You also will see you can run this further down here if you want to, depending on how the person's built, what's comfortable for them. And you could either use this side or that side, whatever the person is comfortable with. Some wheelchairs you'll have to take the arms off of, some you don't, some you can pass through. It just depends on the chair and the person. You just want to make sure that if you're in a wreck, these straps are holding the wheelchair, this strap is holding the person. That's what you always make to do. So to get her out, we're going to undo the seatbelt. You'll just release this button here. That will pick up the slack in this one. You'll take that one off there. Then once she's loose, you don't have to readjust these because they'll have enough slack in them that you can take them off without readjusting them if you do them correctly. Or you just release right there and it comes right out. Got that one there and this one here. Again, push that button, flip it forward, and you've got plenty of room. And then to go out, the simplest thing to do is you're going to just sit down. A lot simpler if you just sit down behind the person, and then you can just simply rotate them. There you go. I'm gonna let you flip this around. You'll see you can just rotate them and then just go right down the ground. Some people don't like going forward. Some people want to go backwards. If they decide they want to go backwards, then you'll just rotate to the other side of the van and then come back backwards. It just kind of is up to the person on what they want to do. But that's how all the handicap stuff works. You can remove this seat over here too, the same way as remove this one, but you don't have to. Put this seat back in, very, very simple. You'll just put it back in just like we took it out. We'll roll it back in. I'm gonna let you video this for me if you would. So to put this back in, you'll just roll it up the ramp. Again, we're gonna move this out of the way. I've been doing this a long time, but I can't make it look graceful. It just comes. The good thing is it only goes one way. Once you get it in the direction, the only one way that it will go. Take this out. This will kind of wiggle around until it drops in. Once it locks down there, that's all there is to it. Everything is solid. You take this, you'll see where it says top. You'll stick it back in the only place that it'll go. As long as you have top up, it's only going to go one way. You turn this collar here on the end. That's going to tighten up. And that's all there is to it. Seat's back in. So now we hop out. Push this button here to close everything up. Thank you. My nice assistant there. So otherwise, everything is just a regular Toyota van. You'll see power mirrors are here. Your power vent windows are here. Again, on-off switches for the rear hatch and the door, headlights, windshield wipers, cruise control. You do have tilt and telescoping. That lever is right here. You basically have flashers, your rear window defroster, your on-off for your lights. You want those on, off. You kind of want to leave it in the middle so they're on when the doors are open. Radio, stereo controls, or air conditioning controls, and all are right here. So you do have a little cup holder here. Not a lot, but that's what you get. So a little storage compartment there. So you do have mirror here, so you can watch the person in the back. And you have a sunglasses mirror up here. So other than that, little storage compartment here. It's more like Kleenex and stuff. And your rear seats are back here. So there's your van. Okay, thank you.
Did you stop it?
Hmm?
Did you stop it?
Oh.